This was the first meeting to bring together rival Sudanese civilian powers since the war broke out in April last year. And according to many participants, the two-day series of meetings succeeded in attracting many of Sudan's political factions for discussions. But the Sudanese military and the Rapid Support Forces did not participate in the talks.
The purpose of the conference was to unify the stances of the civilian powers, which for long has been polarized and divided. Many reject the war, but some are biased to one of the warring parties. So it was important to unify our stances against the war and pressure both parties to rejoin the negotiations for a ceasefire. The conference succeeded in that.
We accepted to participate in the Cairo meeting, knowing that there'd be factions who have not met since the breaking of the war, and others since the fall of al-Bashir regime. We've been in dispute with them. When very different groups meet, we can't achieve all we want. But what has been achieved is an achievement. For all these people to meet, that's a big step that will be built upon.
On Sunday, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met a delegation of the conference's participants to reaffirm Egypt's solidarity with the people of its southern neighbor. El-Sisi vowed to continue efforts to bridge the political gaps among all factions and work with them to reach sustainable peace.
The Egyptian president confirmed that he backs the efforts to end the war in Sudan and support the state's legitimate institutions. He confirmed that Sudanese citizens fleeing the war are welcome in Egypt. Egypt is affected by the crisis. Many Sudanese people are sharing food, services and shelter with their Egyptian brothers. That's why it is Egypt's absolute benefit for the war in Sudan to end.
Representatives of the United Nations, African Union, IGAD, Arab League and the European Union joined the Cairo talks. They've all welcomed Egypt's efforts that succeeded in bringing factions to hold talks for the first time together. The AU will host another round of Sudanese talks in Addis Ababa this month to try and consolidate the gains already achieved in Cairo.
The Cairo talks called for silencing the guns, reaching a lasting ceasefire, and immediate humanitarian relief in Sudan while protecting civil workers in the country. The conference also considered the ongoing war and those who supported a threat to Sudan's sovereignty and territorial unity. All participants in the Cairo talks have signed the document, with exceptions to members of the government and the Sovereignty Council. Adel Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.